Hi and welcome to Time with Natalie. On this week's show we'll be looking at some of the most amazing people who've sacrificed their time and energy to do some incredible fundraising activities to help raise money for charity. These guys have put their lives at risk to help raise money for a cause very close to their heart, cancer. Don't forget, we'd love to hear your views on the subjects we'll be talking about each week, so please contact me via my Facebook page or email. I'll be giving you the links later in the show. My first guest is a lady who for 14 years has tirelessly helped to raise money for the Coventry and Warwickshire breast cancer screening unit. Every year she puts on a fashion show that raises thousands for the unit, and some of the models in the show are even women who've actually beaten breast cancer themselves. Let's take a quick look. I'm here today outside the Hilton Hotel, the venue for the Oh What a Circus Extraordinary Show. This is a show that's organised to raise money for the Coventry and Warwickshire Breast Cancer Screening Service and Rugby Myton Hospice. It's organised by Sharon Steadman and her upstage crew. They've organised many an event like this year on year that's raised thousands for breast cancer. So without further ado, why don't we step inside and get this show started? Joining me now, I have the wonderful organiser of this whole event, Sharon Steadman. Hi, Sharon.
Good evening.
Thank you for joining me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Well, this event has been going on for a number of years. Could you tell us exactly how long ago it started and what was the motivation behind starting as well?
I started 14 years ago, and the motivation really was helping people. I was very fortunate enough to be in the position that I could do this kind of charity work and be able to raise a lot of money by providing shows to people. So therefore it was a great opportunity to help people and have a lot of fun doing it as well as.
And your family are quite involved in the show as well. I believe it's your dad that has done that wonderful set as well.
Yeah, completely, massive family, absolutely, involvement. Yes, I couldn't do it without them, really couldn't.
And the Hilton Hotel have been very gracious as well, haven't they? Because it's been held here for a number of years, and it's a wonderful venue.
It is a wonderful venue, and it's actually been held here for the last 8 years now. So they're really accommodating to us, and they're absolutely brilliant. The staff here are wonderful to us. Couldn't do any more for us.
Yep. And you work very closely with the Coventry and Warwickshire Breast Screening Service, and you've seen a number of ladies lose their fight for breast cancer. That must have been quite difficult for you to be so close to these people.
It is very, very difficult. I think the last 3 years have been the worst because we've lost 3 models in the last 3 years, so that's been very, very difficult. But it gives us a little bit more to fight for and just to help others and try and save those extra lives. So the people actually on the catwalk this evening, hopefully we will save their lives.
And all the models that take part in the show, they actually give up their time for free, don't they? Which is wonderful. And some of them have also, fought breast cancer as well. So a kind of double bonus really for them to get involved and take part.
Yeah, that's where it's wonderful because there are different stages of breast cancer. With the models on the catwalk, we have people who have only just been diagnosed with breast cancer, and also we have models who have gone through breast cancer and they're at their 3-year or 5-year, and also models who've gone past that and actually having their reconstruction. So we really have a variety of models, and then everybody else who's on the catwalk give up their time for this wonderful cause. So I take my hat off to all of them because they're just absolutely fantastic people. They really are.
And how important do you think it is to keep creating that awareness of breast cancer and trying to encourage other people maybe in other cities and towns to do something similar to get the funds in, because they need as much money as they can, don't they?
That's right, yeah. I don't think a lot of people are aware how much equipment we really need, especially in Coventry and Warwickshire. And every time we can raise that extra bit of cash, it means we get the better equipment, which means it really does save lives. And not only for ladies, but also for the gents as well, because there's so many more gentlemen now with breast cancer. So we've got to make that aware to people.
I was speaking to some of the gentlemen earlier, and they were unaware that there's about 300 men a year are diagnosed with the disease, and I think that's something that as well that could be brought into the spotlight a little bit more, that men can also get breast cancer because they just don't think they can, and it's a female disease.
It is, and unfortunately it's growing more and more every day. With the gentlemen, they don't actually check themselves, and when they do actually finally go to the doctors, it's normally far too late for them. And one year we actually had a gent on the catwalk who had just gone through the operation and had his breast off, and he was 77. So even at that age, it can hit. And I think the problem is these days men just don't believe it can actually happen to them, and it really can.
Well, I take my hat off to you for, you know, organising these events, and you've raised thousands over the years, which is phenomenal. And these events, they're serious, but they're also fun, aren't they? They're entertaining, because I model as well, and it's so much fun, and the atmosphere is great. Everybody gets on well, and it's a great organisation to be involved in. Where did the clothes actually come from that are modelled?
This evening we have Gap of Leamington Spa, we have Jacques Fair, Winsmore, Facino of Warwick, Carina of Warwick, we have Be Gorgeous of Warwick, we're really supporting Warwick obviously, Elegance in Brief, as well as, and also for the gents we have Gap, for the gentlemen Richard Paul of Stratford, and also we have Heafys of Warwick as well.
Wonderful, great. And if people wanted to find out further information about you and what you do and the organisation and Upstage, etc., is there a website or a Facebook or anything that they can go on?
Yes, there's a Facebook, so it's Upstaged Space Rugby. So they can find out all our future events and anything else they'd like to be able to help us with or model or anything at all with our fundraising in the future.
Wonderful. Well, I would encourage everybody to take part. I would encourage everybody to support this. It's a wonderful event, and Sharon's done a tremendous amount of work and have raised thousands for breast cancer. And I would just like to, you know, say thank you to her for joining me today. And I hope the event goes well. I'm sure it will. And I hope you have fun and raise lots of money.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharon. This is the section where you get to express your thoughts and your opinions, and email me through any questions that you'd like me to answer. Don't forget, the email address is info@timewithnatalie.com. Next we have an email from Angela from Birmingham. She says, I sometimes go running, and I thought it would be a good way to raise money for charity if I do a fundraising event. Do you think that would be a good idea? Definitely, Angela. There are lots of events out there. There's lots and lots of different distances that you can do. You've got your 5K, your 10K, your half marathons. One of the biggest ones is Race for Life, which is the women's event that takes place every year. It's a nationwide event, so no matter where you live in the country, you can sign up and take part, and there are thousands of women that do it and raise thousands of pounds for charity. One of the events that I'm looking to do myself is called Run to the Beat. Now, this one starts at the O2 and ends at the O2 Arena, and it's a half a marathon. And what really drew me to it is the fact that it's they play music, so they have bands and they have music playing as you run. And I'm a big music fan, so that was kind of the draw for me, because I thought, oh, to run 30 miles is a real challenge. But, you know, if I've got music whilst I'm running, then that will help motivate me. Don't forget also to keep an eye on your training schedules. There's lots of information online, diets, nutrition's very, very important. So just jump online, have a look, see what you can find. There's lots of information there, and good luck with it, Angela.